Hello everyone, it is I, J5, the Hyperforce. You know, the one, the guy that flies super high with style and panache. Creator of Hyperforce All-Stars, and welcome to the episode 4 commentary track of Hyperforce All-Stars. Yeah, this episode is... From what I've heard from different people, this tends to be the favourite episode. Yet again, I'm recording these commentary tracks before 7 and 8 came out. I should have mentioned that, but episode 7 and 8 have not come out yet. In fact, episode 7 will be coming out tomorrow, as the date here is the 6th. Episode 7 is coming out on the 7th of the 7th month in 2017 at 7 o'clock. So, yeah, bunch of 7s. It's like fate or something. But as of recording this episode tends to be the favourite amongst every people. Probably because of the Undertale references that are in here. Like, if you mention FNAF or Undertale, like, people just start drooling and they're like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever because I put in Undertale references. I mean, Temmie fits, but then, I don't know, at the time, Mettaton was a bit cooler. But then, well, his legs, but still. Yeah, this episode's kind of dated to 2015, but oh well. Let's start the episode with the new intro that I had. Oh yeah, the warning thing that parodies Yandere is him. Each episode kind of has its own flavor, I guess you could say. Also, reference counter. The reference counter is kind of off because it caps at like 50. Well, it doesn't cap at 50, it just stops at around 50. But, shit. It just doesn't go, like, I don't think there is 50 references. I think I pulled some of the references out of my ass. Isn't that just this entire series? I just pull it out of my ass. But, this episode is a start to a change within Hyperforce All-Stars. Now the episodes have been scripted. Every scene that you see well, all the dialogue that you see in this series from episode 4 onwards is scripted, except for one scene in episode 5, but I'll talk about that once we get to episode 5. But this intro, why did I only use it for one episode? Because at this point, I was making the visual novel remakes of the story series for Hyperforce, so I had to have some sort of anime-like intro for Hyperforce All-Stars visual novels. That's when I came up with this thing, and I just thought, why not put it in, I just thought, why not put it into the actual animated series? I didn't use this after episode 2, because I just couldn't be asked to remake it with new models. So, I don't have any excuses, I'm just lazy. Also, Master Hef never shows up in the animated series, but he was like the main antagonist of the story series. You know, he's like the big bad guy. You could say like Marek is Jack Spicer and Master Hef is the Chase Young of Hyperforce All-Stars, you know. Guess you could say Marek is the Bowser and Master Hef is the Count Black. In fact, he is based off of Count Black from Super Paper Mario. Also, Sakura voice actress change. The voice actresses have been pretty consistent with each other, but there is differences between them all. Like, I guess you could say like Sonic. Each Sonic's voice is distinct to their voice actor, but you can still tell all of them are meant to be Sonic. Kind of like all the Sakura voice actresses. You can tell they're all meant to be Sakura, but they all have their own flavor. Zoe was definitely the most mellow of the Sakuras. Melody, her character here just flying off to the sun, not background joke, inside joke. Also Doomship. Melody definitely did give a bit more personality to Sakura, but then Trina, she definitely made Sakura a bit more expressive in her voice. The thing is, Trina was only able to voice Sakura for one episode, because Sakura doesn't appear in episode 8. only appears in episode 7 after the voice actress change, so that's why I had Trina redo the lines from episode 5, so then she would have a actual base Sakura to voice, instead of a Sakura J. Gander, who is Sakura acting as someone else. You know, Hoota J. Gander from Darkwing. But, let's actually talk about the episode. The thing is, there's this little weird kink in the episode where in Sakura's scene it starts off with Sho and Yui papers, but from every scene afterwards it's just this blue and pink paper. The thing is, as you saw when the camera was zooming up on Sakura while she was holding the paper, it was shifting. That wasn't me. The shifting was Anime Studios' bloody 3D rendering shit. If you try to manipulate objects on the Z-axis in Anime Studio, it moves relative to the camera's position. So it tries to be 3D-like, but then it's sort of awkward when you want an object to look like it's flat, but then the camera moves around and it starts tilting it in other directions. It's just like, ugh. When the rest of the scene is 2D. So, ugh. I had to change it because there were going to be animation issues. Also, you know, little bit of foreshadowing to the end of the episode. I kind of threw that in because I said, I think I made a you-know joke. So she sort of just showed up. Also, Void, Cooper Clown. I wanted to involve the Wisps a little bit more, but I didn't. I guess you could say it's just a gag for this episode. Because Burst shows up at the end of this scene. The last time we see Crump as an egg. The Crump is just an egg! Yeah, his early model is just an egg. He definitely looks more penguin-like once we get into the 2016 art style reboot thing, whatever it was. But this episode is practically episode 1 again. Like, at the time, I thought episode 1 was really going to be the sort of style that Hyperforce All-Stars was going to be. Sort of very minimalistic plots, but lots of character dialogue and character interactions. Episode 5 onward changed that for the better, because Hyperforce All-Stars, yeah, it having minimalistic plots is totally fine, but when you have a plot where it's just like, oh, J5 is trying to find, J-Star is trying to find not voice actresses, that's me. Yeah, J5, yeah, I tried to find voice actresses, no, but J-Star tries to find actors for a movie, or sidekicks for his own hero protection stuff. Like, here's a little detail that I haven't explained. J-Star's group of friends in Hyperforce All-Stars is called Hyperforce All-Stars. Like, Marek has his Sexy Butt Brigade, and J-Star has his Hyperforce All-Stars. So the series is kind of named after that too. So J-Star's group of friends is him, Tristan, Haruhi, Sakura, Nirine. They are the Hyperforce All-Stars, and everybody else is either a citizen of Bidandera, or just there on holiday. And then we have Marek's Sexy Butt Brigade and Master Heft's Reverse Cupid Alliance. But back to the whole episode thing with the whole plots and that. Episode 5 definitely did start introducing more plot-heavy scenarios. I mean, like, Marek is trying to now take over Bidandera with a massive doom ship. So, yeah, minimalistic plot, but there's a bit more substance to it. There's a bit more meat that you can sink your teeth into. And I kind of like that. Episode 6 is like, oh, J-Star's getting chased by Yuno. Pretty, like, the plot was pretty much explained in that one sentence. But there's a bit more to it, like Marek taking over her mind with, like, love poisons and whatnot. Episode 7 is a Darkwing Duck sort of plotline. And then episode 8 is Sonic Forces. So, yeah, the plots did get a bit more meatier after this episode, and I kind of prefer it that way. Because I was struggling in the episode 3 commentary because there was really nothing to say. You could see the plot evolving from the video itself. Also, J-Star tripped over the sofa there if you couldn't tell what was going on with the animation there. But yeah, Michael Rosen edits, because at the time I was making, well, not making, at the time I was watching Michael Rosen YouTube poops. But also, Ashley's return. Oh, the background music is Megalovania from Undertale. This was kind of an inside joke for Ashley, because he was listening to that song on repeat, so I just thought, why not have it be the theme music for when he shows up in this episode? But his actual theme music should have been Ashley's theme from WarioWare. I mean, that is kind of one of the one of the meme episode edits that episode 7's gonna get. I'm not sure if this video is gonna go out before the meme edit of episode 7 or what, but it's just like every time Ashley shows up and plays Ashley's theme, he's gonna be so pissed off with me. Also, his obsession with Neptune shows up here. I should actually explain what this episode was meant to be sort of a tease towards. There are, as you will know, episode 7 is the Darkwing Hyperforce episode. That's teased at the end of this episode. I kind of wanted to do more with that, though. Basically, whenever there was sort of a show parody that the series would do, it was going to be under the movie All-Stars subtitle. Like, I was planning to have a Sweet Life of Yuno and Ayano episode. You know, that sort of gets teased in this episode as sort of a little joke. A little reference to Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. Also, final Springtrap appearance. Again, like I said in episode 3's commentary, FNAF isn't big in Hyperforce All-Stars. It's literally just Springtrap and the joke of killing J-Star. That's like literally it, so I guess it's not as cancerous as you think. Also, this reference is wrong. I thought there was a moment in Sonic Adventure where Eggman is like, get a load of this, but there isn't. Not from what I've seen anyways. But I remember distinctly that there was a moment where Eggman shoots a bunch of lasers at Sonic, you know, in the Egg Viper fight, and he's just like, get a load of this! But apparently not. Also, hello, Ani! Yes, this is the Cupid in her animated form. Well, people do keep on coming up to me being like, oh, hey, could you put me in the episodes? It's like, no. There's only one reason why Ashley and Annie made it in. Because they're actually my friends. I mean, all of my fans are my friends. But Annie is like my best friend, and Ashley, well, he wouldn't stop complaining, so I just eventually did it. But Ashley is kind of a funny character to place in, because you can... I don't know, he's kind of like another rival to J-Star, if you want to say it that way. I don't know, I eventually warmed up to the idea of putting Ashley in the episodes, but at the cost of making him look like an absolute prat, which I kind of like. Ashley, if you are listening to this, you gotta remember, J-Star is an absolute prat himself, so I had to balance it out. I mean, it's no secret that J-Star is based off me. He is a caricature of me. BV here is a caricature of my friend Annie. And Ashley in the Hyperforce All-Stars series is a caricature of Ashley. So, yeah, Nitroneps from bloody Twitter. I do know him personally. I do know Ashley and Annie personally, like in real life, so I guess they had a bit of a benefit when being put into the episode. Also, Jared, JPT the Grump, he's like my best friend too. Also, Sonata and bloody Tails, because taco jokes. For those who don't understand what the hell Tails is meant to be, he's based off the Tails that shows up in this Sonic Zombies series, made by, I have trouble saying this guy's name. Pubana Productions? I'll have the name up on screen. It's easier just to show the name instead of saying it. But, also, Shoop the Whoop reference coming up soon. Right here. Lip syncing is shit, I know, but taco lasers! Taco lasers, too powerful. Yeah, he's based off of the Sonic Zombies Tails, who was, like, Mexican, absolutely obsessed with tacos. If you touched his tacos, he would go absolutely, like, mental demon mode or something. Yeah, if you're struggling to think what the Sonic Zombies series is, it's the series where Sonic is constantly like, oh, hooba dooba with my Hummer and my Pizza Hut. Hooba Dooba with a hobo and a Pizza Hut. So yeah, it's that Tails. He definitely has a his biggest role is definitely episode 6, where he ended up being J-Star's like help for that episode. Also Temmie. The whole idea behind this was that her shaking was meant to get more intensive as the scene went on, and then just sort of stopped as soon as J-Star called her a dickhead, but you know. I kind of feel like I didn't explain the whole idea behind movie All-Stars that well, but yeah, I was gonna have a bloody I can't think. Even when I've turned the sound off to help me concentrate, I still can't fucking concentrate. Also, this scene dates the episode so hard. Also, this scene, I forgot Ayano shows up in this episode. Oh my god. It's Yandere Simulator Fates before Fates was even a thing. Well, the thing is, Yandere Simulator Fates, my fan game, is actually part of the Hyperforce All-Stars canon. Like, it's technically a part of Hyperforce All-Stars. So, when Ayano refers to Senpai, I guess you can think of it as either Taro or Korin. Spoiler alert, but yeah, Ayano ends up falling for Korin in Fates. Bit of a spoiler, but oh well. Even though it does show Taro here, it's sort of a pre-made video. You know, it was made back when she liked Taro, but who's to say that this Ayano here isn't in love with Korin? Or Korin is her Sen. Actually, that kind of doesn't make sense because she's trying to capture Senpai's heart, so I guess it would be the Taro version of Ayano. So does that mean there's 2 Ayanos running around? Or does that encounter in Beat on Dare happen before Fates? I don't fucking know. Also, Blanc. I couldn't find a voice actress for you, and I couldn't be asked to find a voice actress for you, so I just made you say an infamous NES bloody advert. And then the line that she does say at the end is actually a voice clip from Hyperdimension Neptunia. So that was ripped from one of the games. Thank you, Ashley, for helping me find that. I think he helped me find a line that'd be suitable anyway, so I don't fucking remember. This episode goes on for way too long for what it's worth, to be fair. But the character dialogue in this episode is definitely quite... I want to say it's kind of strong! Maybe not. I don't know. Also, I'll make Gauntlet because it just works. This is the scene with Mettaton. Oh, the fucking Mettaton. I don't know if people will understand why his voice is based off a Markiplier. It's because the first playthrough of Undertale I ever watched was the Steam Train one with Ross and Barry. Ross would always voice Mettaton with a feminine sort of Markiplier voice. So that's why I asked Jared to do, and he provided me a voice that I wanted, so here we go. Feminine Markiplier Mettaton. Making this model was a fucking pain in the ass though. It's quite accurate to the game's appearance, but it's also like my art style, so you know it's one of the later 2015 models, so it definitely did start to go more towards the accuracy sort of methodology of how I'd make my models. Because in episode 5 onwards, you know, the 2016 models, they're more accurate to their original designs. Like Marik's bling, Marik's gold is actually more gold. Nerine has the bow in the back of her hair like she should have had. Haruhi, like, I wanted to give her an armband, but I never did. Sakura was not animated. Her model was definitely more in line with how she was meant to look. Like, she gained a better collar. She also gained her little pendant that she was originally meant to have. Little pink gem thing that is now canonically a Z crystal. What Z crystal though, I don't know. a Haneoki There we go, that's what it is, a Haneoki Try to say that 3 times fast. I got the scripts printed off! I don't think Tristan didn't write the scripts, he just printed them off, so don't worry about that, mate. But yeah, look at them. Look at all the voice actors I had to have for this episode. So shit. Oh, I appreciate every single voice actor and actress who worked with me over these 2 years of Hyperforce All-Stars fuckery, but still, episodes would tend to get delayed because I'd have to wait for them. I mean, they're very busy people, but you know, kind of sucks. Oh well, I still appreciate the work they gave me in the end. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I feel like I've left a couple of weird threads just open in this commentary. I think I may have butchered this commentary very hard. But also, this is the kind of the start of the blooper reels. I did better job tracking down the sort of bloopers that people would make. Especially mine. Because of course, out of all the dialogue, I would tend to have more of me than anybody else. In fact, some voice actresses that I would have, and they cut out their own bloopers. Like, they just send me, I don't know if they do it in one take, or if they do multiple takes and just give me the best ones. But there's some voice actresses, like Trina, who don't give me any bloopers to use, so the bloopers tend to be me, because I tend to have of course I will have the entirety of my recording session, and the thing is I tend to fucking say a lot of shit while recording, so I end up getting kind of good bloopers for me. And then other people, I tend not to be able to get that many bloopers because either they don't send me any, or their bloopers are just not funny enough. You know, they're just butchering the lines, and that's kind of it. They're just like, oh, damn it, no. You know, kind of basic sort of screw-ups. Nothing that I can actually put into a blooper reel. But yeah, this episode was meant to be set up for future episodes. The only episode that really came out of this was Darkwing Hyperforce. We got no Sweet Life of Yuno and Ayano. I may actually write that as a story in the story series at some point. I don't know. It's kind of hard to come up with a plot line from Zack and Cody that would work with Yandere Girls, but oh well. What do I think of this episode? It's funny, I guess. But that's not only the end of the 2015 Hyperforce All-Stars episodes, but it's also the end of the episodes where the plot lines are so minimalistic that I can't actually talk about the fucking episode. What can I say? J5 wanted actors. That's it. He was auditioning people. That's it. This episode's kind of funny, but you know what? The rest of the episodes we're going to be looking over trumps these previous 4. And next time on these commentary tracks, we're going to be looking over my favorite episode as of this date, the 6th of July. I know what episode 7 and 8 are, obviously, because I made them, but I think episode 5 kind of is my favorite. And I'll explain why in that commentary track. So, gotta jet, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you on the flip side.